so it's not awkward. Awesome. I have been thinking, the September theme has been on being an industry disruptor or disrupting your life or just disruption in a positive way. Um, so I've been thinking and I've been going out of my way to like do additional networking outside of this group and really disrupt my life. So I'm wondering what everyone has been doing to like disrupt their timeline, like on a quantum leaping sort of direction. So what are you doing to quantum leap and disrupt what your life is or what your career is? On that note, Brandon, if you want to introduce yourself and if you've got something on that, like
Hello.
send it.
Thank you. Thank you. I was
You're
actually
welcome.
like a purchase and my computer was acting slow. So hi
Oh,
everyone.
no
Um,
worries.
so I'm Brandon, born and raised in New York, moved to Texas for business. Now I have a construction business and well, it's a corporation now. I started from a construction business. Now I have a tech software company. I have a retail a software called BlueSQ and a construction company, which we do green, smart home buildings and stuff like that. So we custom home builds. We deal with custom home builds, things like that. So yeah. So anybody wants a home, we custom homes, develop homes, which started in Texas. I'm actually located in California now. So
Oh,
just meet different business owners and connect with any potential clients and things like that. So um,
what are you doing to disrupt your routine and like quantum leap in your business and career?
um, at this moment, I'm just connecting with different people. So when it comes to just connecting, knowing the market, just having fun with it, you know.
Yeah,
So I think we can be all in our heads with working 24 hours, but I believe it's about connecting with the right people at the end of the day. So yeah, it makes a huge difference. Yeah.
awesome. I agree with that. Anyone else want to go off of that? Yeah, Kenny, take it away.
First of all, Brandon, it's nice to meet somebody else from New York. You
Yeah.
gotta let me know what part. Um,
Bronx, Bronx.
bro, oh my,
Yeah,
okay,
nice
yeah,
to meet you,
we got it.
man.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it. I'm from the Bronx too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, one way that I've disrupted my regular routine is I recently got into like, and this is gonna sound weird, but like meditation, right? Like maybe I just need to take a break sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, 10 minutes, and just listen to like, just something peaceful. Um, and yeah, it kind of helps, realign myself, refocus, so that when I get back to work, I'm not only going with the best intentions, but in the right mind space too. And yeah, as we all know, as entrepreneurs, a lot of our success in business is tied to our mental state, right? So yeah, keeping myself in the best possible frame of mind is very helpful, and it helps me disrupt kind of that noise that comes in from time to time.
So important to do that. What time of day are you meditating?
Early afternoon, maybe like
Nice.
every day at I meditated right after Gary's meeting actually.
It's
Yeah,
important to put a routine to it so that it's successful in the long term. And meditating, meditation or prayer, I mean, you can two sides of the same coin, I think.
absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, most often I end up praying anyway. So
yeah, yeah. I think that is, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens for you over a
oh man,
long period of time.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm leaving it up to God.
The idea is that nothing will happen and you'll be calm and
Yeah,
organized and collected. But big things can happen through that.
absolutely. But if not, I guess that's blessing enough, right? Just finding a little peace.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Tara, did you have something
Yeah.
too?
I think
Yeah.
I'm just going to continue of what Kenny said. Like you started with meditation. What I started to implement more intentionally. I mean, I did do it, but not, I guess, not as intentional as I wanted it to be. But now I do start like praying before I work, and I realize that puts me in the right headspace. Like just intentionally praying for, like just the right clients to come my way, the right words when I have like a potential good prospect, like in the conversation, or just being productive or leaning towards the right market, like anything work related. I just have like a steady, solid me time where I just pray about it. Before I would just pray more at night before I go to bed or something. It was more like fluctuating, but now I'm more intentional about it to pray before working, and I think that that has been very helpful. That on that note, with meditating and prayers, I just wanted to continue on Kenny's point. But when it comes to disrupting in terms of the market, that I'm in, I don't know if I would call it disrupting, but I do see a difference in things how I do it than when, for example, some of the other people who do property management, like I get in touch with a lot of property management companies, like huge people with like multiple employees and stuff, like obviously much bigger companies than I am. So what I notice it is like once you get like bigger, they just automate everything. It's like there's no like no emotion for the client anymore. And I try to be different in that case. In like I tell myself today, and even if I grow and become bigger, I always want to make sure I have that emotional connection with my client. I want to make sure he knows I care about his home. I care about his home like it's my home, instead of like, yeah, let me just automate everything and then yeah, you're one client, you're done, let me move on to the next client. So that is, I'm not sure if it's like a disruption, but I want to make sure like I keep that emotional level always a priority. Yeah.
I remember specifically this morning, I was thinking about you and I was thinking about this book that I read that I was like, I needed to find you and tell you about this. And you're here. It's couldn't be
Oh,
more perfect. I am not even joking. I was walking my dog thinking about this morning. I read a book, and I've mentioned it in this group a few times. It's called Setting the Table, and it's written by Danny Meyer. He's a restaurateur in Manhattan. He's the founder of Shake Shack. And I firmly believe anybody who's in a customer service position in at all, but specifically hosting people, should read this book. It
okay.
talks about like a couple of the key takeaways that I left with. One was anticipate the needs of your guest in like the smallest of ways. So like in a restaurant setting, you pull out their chair, you open the door, or like you put extra napkins in the bag, like something that they're going to ask for, make sure that they don't have to ask for it. And then just like, I mean, that was really one of the biggest things. I mean, I'm not in hospitality anymore, but I guess you could kind of call this container right here hospitality.
Yeah.
Um, but anticipating the needs of my accounting clients, like I know based on the years of my experience what they're going to need before they know that it's even something that exists. um Check that out. I
I'd
think
love to.
it's
Thank you. I will.
just a good read for anybody who's taking care of other people.
Yeah. But what you're saying
um
is so true. Like, just from a personal experience, like sometimes it's like the silliest little things where I noticed our guests were like beyond grateful and left the 5 stars and would wish they could give more stars. Some of my properties I would give out like depends on always the host, right? Like he would want to be interested in that too. Some of them have like a little gift basket, like like in case you forgot things. People love that. They're like obsessed. Like, so whenever we have an apartment or like a property where we do that, they are like all over the moon, over a little gift basket. It's like little things, like, like toothbrush, toothpaste, things you might forget at home. And they were like, oh my God, you saved my life and stuff like that. They tend to exaggerate, but they would be like, if I could give, 10 stars, I would, because of that. Or sometimes if we would check midday saying, hey, do you have everything you need? Is there anything you need? They loved the midday check, because usually you check in the before the people check in or when they leave, like, hey, was everything to your liking? But the midday check, I realize people are so pleased and so grateful. So it's the little things, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the little things, and that's what sets you apart from the 4-star and the 5-star, you
Yes.
know? And those machine operations, like you said, it's very routine. Where's the human element? And you are hosting people, whether you're there or not, to open the door for them or move their luggage for them. Like, what can you do from a remote
Yeah.
position? I've turned my life upside down in the last week. Seriously. I've been attending other networking events and I've just been putting out an energy of like open to receiving new clients. Because I haven't done that really in years. I've relied on referrals and I mean, it keeps me going. And from time to time, like I'll get 3 new clients a month, which is pretty much where, you know, I max out because of just the workload and the adjustment to my schedule and stuff like that. I've been booking coffee chats. I've been getting on networking events on Eventbrite and like just like keeping my schedule stacked with opportunity.
Yeah.
I've been on Indeed looking for part-time or even volunteer positions, like on board of directors as like treasurer or stuff like that. I got 3 new clients today alone. And it was like utter mayhem. I'm moving out. I'm moving out of my house. I am not moving into my RV. My RV is coming with me, and I will be doing like long but part-time travel in it. But like it's just too much of a commitment for me to be on the road full time. So I'm moving in with a friend that comes up here every weekend, and it's more of an urban. It's not urban, but there's a town. There's a town, there are restaurants, there are other people that live there. I live in Western Maine, Brandon. I'm very remote.
Oh man.
30 plus minutes to a business of any sort, other than the gas pumps, which are 24/7 and no one works there. You pump
Wow.
your own gas.
Yeah.
So I'm moving out so I can list this and she's gonna help me. She's been doing Airbnb turnovers in a cleaning capacity for a long time in the Lakes region in New Hampshire. And she's got a lot of like construction type skills. She does excavation and property management. So she's gonna sort of partner with me.
JV.
So 2 weeks, that's happening in 2 weeks. But none of my stuff needs to come with me. It's staying here. It's, you know, going on Airbnb or whatever. So, and then I may be taking a board of directors position tomorrow. I'm having an interview, which I mean, I see myself as a perfect fit for. So, it's volunteer. So probably a few hours a month, but it's just a career opportunity, you know, something to add to the resume. Just like really putting myself out there more than ever. I've kind of been in a place over the last year or so where I just like don't have any energy and I'm like tired or I don't want to, or I'm like stuck in a scroll hole, as some people call it. And I get really tired and I've been through a lot of traumatic events and like really just allowed space for me to be tired and recover. But I decided a couple of weeks ago, like, if I'm going to achieve the goals that I'm setting for myself, like people that are doing those things that I want to be doing, they're not like low energy people. They're high energy people. So like what can I do to be more high energy? And the one thing I'm focusing on, one is like nutrition, but that's like not something I've ever been able to sustain. Mostly I'm focusing on just endurance, you know, like slowly increasing capacity. And I don't mean like going for runs. I mean like going for Zoom calls. Back to back Zoom calls, like social endurance, which I'm not used to being so isolated out here.
It's very, very, very understandable. Uh,
Right.
coming from Bronx, New York, we had to like fight through so much. So being tired when it's coming to going into careers, leaving relationships, like just different things, just but we just keep going, figuring out a way how we're gonna build that, that endurance as well. Even when it comes to tiredness, we'll be tired for it. Like, oh man. So I definitely understand what you're
Yeah.
talking about. It takes time because now what I actually had to do, I had to organize certain things. I had to just put certain things together, write it down. You know what? Like, okay, let me get this done. Let me get this done. I will still be tired, but it also, when it comes to a new location, I think you'll do amazing because a new location will also bring a new energy as well. So,
Yeah, good point. Really good point. I'm kind of my background, like I grew up in this area, so I have like a really solid actual physical network there. So I think, yeah, it's gonna do a lot of things. Kenny,
new energy.
new energy. Yeah.
So first of
Take it to
all,
the
I appreciate you sharing that, Brandon. It's true. It's really like a born and bred mentality, right? Like I've been sick the past week and a half, but I was telling Gary in our meeting too, but I'm still working. Like you said, it's really just like a keep moving, keep grinding, keep hustling kind of mentality. Um, and yeah, I think he's absolutely right. This moving, you being in a new place, a new location, is just the beginning of a new chapter, and I'm sure it's going to bring a tremendous amount of opportunity. And it might even place you exactly where you want to be.
Exactly. Yep.
It's
So
just,
Abby,
it's
It
just the next
feels
step.
aligned.
Yeah.
It
so
feels
Abby,
aligned.
I'm
Yeah.
curious because you don't
I know
strike me
exactly.
as the um, just do things off of a whim. So how long has this been building in the background? Because a lot
Me?
of times it appears like things just happen, but most of the time there's something building in the background until the change happens. I'm just curious what the timeline's been for you and what triggered it.
That's a good question. Well, when I started this group, you know, a few of you know, and the others are learning, super isolated out here. I was in a very, very, very toxic relationship that has resulted in jail time for the other person. Um, and I have a 7-bedroom, 1800s farmhouse in the Western Maine foothills. Like I get snow on top of snow on top of snow and cold on top of cold. It's like $4,000 a winter to heat this place. And like it's just me here. And my girlfriend Tony has been coming up here all summer from Friday to Sunday, and we have this very similar personality, and we can just sit there and not even talk to each other for days. For days. And so to be that comfortable with somebody else, I'm like, okay, first I wanted her to move here because I love it here. Like I love it here so much. Um, I went to talk to her about it, and that had been building. That had been building. Her and I are both out of relationships, living alone, like trying to live, trying to survive financially as well as like literal actual survival in the wintertime. And I just knew for me, it's time for change. So I had been thinking, I had went out, I bought an RV. I was like gonna do road trip and just come back here like 1 week a month and just like see the world, which is not off the table. Everything that happened, I guess 2 weeks ago now, politically, I went a little crazy. And I was like, I need to really like hammer down on the homestead. Like I need to live off the land. Like I didn't do a garden this year because I was just so tired. And I was like, that's it. Like I need someone to move here. I'm starting a freaking commune. Like it's over. I've been talking about this for years. Like we are teaming up and conquering life. together. So I just started the conversation with my friend. I went to talk to her, and she has a 3-bedroom walkout basement she rents right in the center of downtown, oldest summer resort in America, Wolfboro, New Hampshire. And she pays $1,000 a month in rent. Her heating bill is $1,200 a year. Her electric bill is like $60 a month. Mine's like $300 here. And I was like, so when are you moving in? And then I'm like walking around her place because we're both on the same page. Like, she can't lose that lease. So I'm walking around. I'm like, why don't I just move in here? Like, I'll keep the house. You can help me Airbnb it. We'll kind of partner up with it. So I'm not like taking on too much all by myself. And the rest is history. Her lease
Nice.
renews October 1st. So I'm like, whatever. I don't have to bring anything with me except my clothes and my dog and my cats.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking.
No, it's okay.
You're all
But I
good.
did notice Simone. Thank you.
Yeah,
You know, for joining
Simone, I
us.
want to hear about you. Hi.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry. This is one of my first like networking event. I'm still getting into it. So I'm kind of shy and trying to get out of my bubble. That's one goal I've been trying because you did mention that. And I'm also just getting off work. That's why I look like kind of tired. So
I am so tired.
It's
We
all right.
push
We
on
just
through
finished
here.
talking about being tired.
We push through it.
definitely.
You
So
won't die. I promise.
I hope so. I know so. I know so.
You know
So
so.
presentation, right? I'm supposed to. Okay.
Where are you from and what do you do?
I'm Simone. I'm from Maryland, but originally I am from Cameroon, that's in Central Africa, but Maryland. I'm currently in Mississippi because of my job. I work as a pharmacy technician at a hospital here. And as of right now, I'm still an accounting student, but like on the side, one of the business I wanted, like I'm still setting up to do is like bookkeeping and like just being an assistant to like a lot of people because I know like there are people that have more things on their plates. I want to help them with like, with the little things that they cannot handle, things that they don't want to think about and stuff. I'm also I also shadow this tax firm because with my bookkeeping in the future, I want to add tax. And also because I'm trying to get my hours to become a CPA. Yeah, that's like a long-term goal to be a CPA. Like that's like another 3-4 years from now. Business wise, I always have like so many ideas. I have this book that I always write down and stuff. And that's why I join like networking events. Well, I'm getting into it. Like I'm getting into more networking events to, get with people with the same mindset as I have because I know like not the people, I'm not surrounded by people with similar mindsets like I am. So it's like in order to get where I want to get to, I want to be with people that have a similar mindset. So as of now, I really don't have a business, but I just like networking and just meeting people and, just being, I don't know, a client or help in any sort of way.
That's good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm
Very
glad
good.
you're here. And it sounds like you do have a business. Tell us with certainty that you have a bookkeeping business.
I do. I just haven't had a client, so it's so hard to be so certain about it.
No
Although
one
I do
needs
it.
to know that.
Really?
Yeah.
You just got to
You have
say
a
it. Yeah.
bookkeeping business.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think Abigail has a whole lot of experience. So you're definitely in the right place, right?
Mhm.
She lives and breathes this stuff every day, you know. Um, so yeah, I think she would definitely be willing to, have a coffee chat and maybe explain a few things because there's things that she knows that
Mhm.
maybe your classes, your professors might not be teaching you.
Patient. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's invaluable. That's gold right there.
That's perfectly said, Kenneth. I would definitely love to connect with y'all as well when it comes to accounting and CPA. I actually graduated as a business administration for accounting as well. Um, Back here in Texas, because like I said, I left New York so I can go to school for aviation, and then I got into business school. So I did like 4 years of school, and then as I was doing business, I got like into real estate and everything. Because when it comes to accounting, I didn't know what from school. I really didn't learn much. I learned actually on real life experience. So I think also like internships are actually pretty good as well, Simone. Um, just yeah. So I started in the internship. So before you graduate, depending on the school you go to, they'll take you into an externship. So you'll have to work for free for like a couple months or whatever. And
Mhm.
I started with like a staffing company doing like bookkeeping, accounting, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah,
That's good advice.
yeah.
I am.
On that note, everybody drop in the chat all your links so we can all connect outside of here. I usually say that right out of the gate, but I am scattered today. Simone, what were you saying?
I was saying like I am actually right now I haven't been able to start my shadowing my internship experience, but I decided to shadow, and then as the time come I'll be able to like get an internship hopefully. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Very
Um,
positive. Let me check my LinkedIn profile.
Get on Indeed. I've been exploring Indeed like crazy the last couple of weeks just to see what's out there. Because there's remote and part-time, and I have a subcontracted business, but people are looking for that kind of hire all the time on there. And internships are available, unpaid and paid. I mean, ideally you'll find a paid one. And there's data entry is a great place to start. Just learning the software is a great place to start. I always send a meeting recap email out. But I am gonna drop my direct email in the chat here. And I
So
would
you
love
can
to talk to you.
you could send me an email as well. I'm opening up a firm soon for CFO services, so we need
Yes.
CFOs and things. I'm trying to see where I can connect this.
Are you on your computer?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
you got it. Okay.
I wish I'd connect on my computer.
yeah, so most of my clients, when it comes to like construction, that's why I built it started off with like CFO services and
Mm-hmm.
then I went from CFO services to like credit repairing and funding and made connections on that. So while I was doing that, I was also working with a company called Healthy Homes Global, which was a construction company. And I was the CFO for that company for about 5 years. And I was like, you know what? I can just do these services. And as I was doing the construction developments, everything, most of the people they couldn't qualify to actually get $100,000 loan or $200,000 loan or $500,000 home to build a house. So I would work on their credit. So that's what you know, the credit repair company started coming in, and then the CFO services when it comes to their businesses, and boom, it just all came in place. So yeah.
That's nice.
Gary, you
Talk
must have
about,
some thoughts brewing.
oh, I was going to talk about taking advantage of your vertical and creating value for the people that you're working with. That's just incredible. I mean, I love the concept of velocity with money, where you have different levels of a company that you're working with, and every time you do a service, you're generating more value and you're generating more income, um, just because of the number of times that money's changing hands. So I love that you did that, Brandon.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
It takes a while, man.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of battles in this life, and you just got to keep pushing and make those sacrifices to become a better version of you, so that you can be able to help others as well, you know, as much as you help yourself. So we have to serve people at all times. So
Yeah, no, it's fabulous. Well,
I think the battles that you go through are the pillars of your life.
perfect.
I realize how cliche that sounds coming out, but if not, I mean, what else are you building upon, you know, or what else are you working towards, if not to at least get away from those things?
Yep.
Incredible. What an incredibly aligned group we have right now. I just want to point that out. Property management, I mean, construction and like personal finance and like corporate finance times two. Gary with the personal finance and corporate finance, like Simone coming up.
I know. I know. I am
Penny, we
so.
all need you. You're like the glue here tonight too.
I
Yeah.
know.
For
I
the
definitely
financial
love this.
Avengers.
right.
Right? I definitely love this. I mean,
Partner.
when I decided to start doing networking events, I remember I was so scared. The older I get, the more shy I get. It's so crazy how my life is. So doing this is definitely putting myself out of my comfort zone, and I love that I'm doing it now, so that like I don't have to worry about that as years go by. And
Yeah.
so far, I've listened to you all, and you're all so positive, and I really love the positive energy and
Oh,
everything
thank you.
happening in the property as well as construction. Side note, I am in the process of getting my house.
Yeah.
Crazy. Right. I think I'm
Thanks.
signing, like I'm supposed to finish signing the paperwork. I'm closer to the closing date, but I've been having so many doubts. I think that's one thing I've been dealing with, like doubts on getting this house because it's a townhome. For me, that was like a good thing. And another side note, I did mention my job, but I'm in the military. I just don't like putting that out there because people have very much different opinions about it. So I was reserving
What
that too.
Good
You're
God.
what branch? What
you're in a
branch you
good
in?
group here. You're safe.
Yeah.
So
It's a safe space for sure.
Mhm.
God.
definitely doing that, I have been able to grow for like the past 4 years, and my contract ends next year. So I'm trying to set my life up before my contract ends because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it again. It's been enough. 4 years is good for me.
I just
And
want to say you should be proud of your military background. If for nothing more than like if I'm looking at resumes as someone who hires people and I see that they have a military background, I know that they understand discipline and routine, even if they don't have the skills already. And honestly, I don't like hiring people that already have bookkeeping skills, to be honest with you, because I can't guarantee they're going to come in with good skills. And a lot of times, especially if they don't have an accounting background, they don't have good skills. They have really poor skills and they don't understand like the balance sheet side of transactions, which separates you from like a data entry or even like a bookkeeper title to an accountant title. So like you have so much going for you. And that military background is something that you should be like, I have this.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
as a vet myself, thank you for serving. I appreciate it.
oh, thank you.
What branch you in?
Air Force.
Air Force? All right. Well, you'll have to forgive me. We always called you the Chair Force, but I was a
I
ground captain in
know.
the Army.
I always take it because I love the AC. I love being inside. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
No, that's
The truth
awesome.
is that we wouldn't have survived without the air support. So we appreciate you.
Thank you. Although I'm medical, but thank you.
Very cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, like this whole conversation has been about how are we disrupting our everyday routines, right? So, I mean, just you coming here is
I know.
literally you like stepping in the middle, like, no, I want to do something new today, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes, definitely.
so I really appreciate
Yep.
you taking the time. You know,
Thank you,
it shows
Kenneth.
a lot
Yep.
about where you would like to be and what you want to accomplish.
Thank you so much.
I think that showing up repeatedly to events like this, it
Mhm.
doesn't always show immediate return on investment. It culminates, you know, and like I've spent the last month really like extending myself socially because I'm also not very social, but I host this. This has been months I've been working on, but like I've been going outside of here, reaching out to old clients that I know aren't doing their accounting without me. And I didn't get like immediate response. Like I wasn't like making $1 million that same day that I started that decision. But I actually just realized I booked another discovery call. I booked 4 new clients today. 2 of them were not old clients, but they were like, we started and then they fell off the face of the earth. And then another one found me on my Google business listing. And then another one found me off my Instagram profile. I serve a niche market and I don't even like really talk much about the niche market on my Instagram, but they know my name and my reputation, and it's just, built up over time. So keep showing up consistently and things will happen. And definitely act as if. Fake it till you make it. There's like so much truth in that. Fake it till you make it. It's almost like a law of attraction thing as well.
God is
Yeah.
There's a app. I think there's a platform. It's called Alignable as well. It's pretty good. I've been going on there. There's a networking. There's like a networking platform as well. It's called Alignable. So it's ALIGNABLE .com. So I think that's pretty good where everybody can connect with more people as well. They have different events. You just create your profile and you'll build so many connections on there.
Thank
If
you.
you're
Yeah,
Okay.
I've
if
used
you're
that a little
within
bit.
Yeah, I've been there from time to time too. There's actually some people I'm still in touch with that I met on the line. So yeah, I go vouch for that.
Yeah.
It's blurred out.
This
Your
one?
network.
I think
Yes,
so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Is
Is
it
it like
purple?
purple? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's purple.
Okay.
Oh, I
So it's
never
pretty
heard
good.
that. Thank you, Brent.
You're
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a nice networking spot. Yeah, you guys gonna like it. Yeah.
if you're in an area that you can get to a BNI chapter relatively easily, they're pretty good as well. I like those guys. I'm like Abby, and I live kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's an hour to get to the shopping, but the closest BNI chapter to me is about 2.5 hours away, so I don't go. But they are small groups. They only allow in certain numbers of people with a specific job classification so that you can build a little network together and help each other out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So you would likely be the only accountant in the group.
Yeah. There's also over the last couple of weeks, I was trying to attend at least one free Eventbrite a day, and sometimes they weren't like very networky sometimes. And honestly, it was a little bit of research, but it was also a little bit of just like stepping out of my comfort zone and meeting new people, starting conversations. Some of them were, presentation, no chat, no gallery view of people. Like everybody's cameras were off and the chat was off. I am not gonna lie, I bailed. I bailed like immediately because that's not what I was there for. But I went and I almost didn't go. I was like, I'm tired, I'm hungry. I'm tired. It's always my go-to.
Yeah.
But every day I booked something, and there were a few, I connected on LinkedIn with a bunch of people from others, and I'm probably going to go to one tomorrow. It'll be my 3rd week going to this one, and it's absolutely chaotic. Absolutely just utter chaos. Everybody is like talking over one another. The hosts are anyway. You have to pay to present your elevator pitch, and then they do breakout rooms. This time though, something really interesting. Kenny, I actually wanted to share this with you. They, instead of doing a breakout room in Zoom, they did a breakout room in this app called
Wow.
Gather.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
It's like a little video game like house, and you have like a little icon and you like move around the room and you like as you bump into each other, your videos pop up.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it starts the conversation.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Interesting.
actually pretty good. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? I found it like just very entertaining for one. Someone last week was like, you should have a community like outside of here for us to continue the conversation. I was
I
like,
think Gather might be a good place. I think last week we were maybe discussing Discord being
Oh,
potentially.
Discord
yeah,
too. They
Yeah,
have games
yeah,
on Discord and everything, so it makes
yeah.
everything entertaining.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
have
it's
not
about
checked out Discord yet, but I
it's
think that would be
about
great.
Food for
about
thought.
keeping that connection as well, and just getting to work. Like you want to do something, let's get to it. You want to do this, okay? I can link you to this or refer you to this or suggest anything so that we can just continue moving forward with whatever we want to do and stuff in life. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. It takes a village.
yeah,
That's another thing we talk about, right? Like no man is an island, right? You
yeah,
need to surround yourself with the right people. And ultimately your network needs to be people you trust, one, people you
yeah.
like,
Mhm.
and people that you know for sure will have your back.
Most
Like they're a friend first, and then business second, kind of
definitely.
thing.
That's how
That's
it's.
why I like this group. Because we have like we all get, we get an opportunity to talk if you want, if you don't, that's fine. But we're having like actual group conversations and building relationships before the intent to do business. Like we build and then we do business.
Yeah.
On the subject of disrupting but also it takes a village and disrupting your routine. I'm wondering, what podcasts do you all listen to, like in like expansive way? So like there's obviously the entertainment podcasts, but I'm talking more about like what podcasts are you listening to that are like really out of your scope, kind of like having conversations way bigger than you feel like you deserve to be a part of. You know what I'm
Wealth
saying?
Labs. Wealth Labs with Garrett Gunderson is the one that I've been
Wealth
listening to
Labs. I'm going to that
recently.
right now.
Um, so the better name to search is Garrett Gunderson. He wrote the book Killing Sacred Cows and What Would the Rockefellers Do, among a couple
Oh,
others. And
you've brought that book up a couple of times.
he I'm big into the infinite banking concept. I really like the Rockefeller method, and he presents that in such a good way. Makes it clear, does the math in his book for you so you can see how it all works. And he's big on legacy and maximizing your opportunities as they come up,
Garrett
which
Gunderson.
Garrett Gunderson.
He's on a lot of podcasts also.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, I think you guys kind of got me with this one. I don't really listen to podcasts.
Okay. We'll
I
disrupt
gotta,
you.
yeah, I think I should definitely tune into some though. Most of the time, I find my teachings in my mentor, which Abigail has met him before, Kevin, who's actually the founder of Atlas Studios.
Uh,
Um, yeah, he's very wise. He has a lot of experience. At this point, he feels like an uncle to me. you know, um, but yeah, I think I would definitely be willing to tune into some Garrett Gunderson. Um, and yeah, how about you, Brandon? You listen to podcasts too, and everybody else?
Not anymore, man. I used to. I need to find the actual. I need to find one that actually is gonna blow my brains. Pause. But it's just like
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
feel-
I used to listen to Grant Cardone 10 times and David Goggins, and I felt like now that I listen to it, it's like I feel like I've outgrown a lot of things. We never, we learn every single day, but I feel like when it comes to certain things, I'm at a stage where when I hear something or look at something, I feel like I already passed that stage. Like I already graduated from a lot of things. So it's just like it's hard for me to find the next thing. You know, when it comes to politics, when it comes to like religion, when it comes to just a lot of things. So I
Right.
took the time to study. I left out the country. I stood out the country for a couple months just so I can take that time learning about nature. Like it's just a lot. And being from the Bronx, I never had that like opportunity to explore that, because growing up in that environment was just so tough. So I had to like figure out ways to actually outgrow even that part and get to the next level of my mind. So
Yeah,
I
I
need to,
feel that.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, man. Like literally, I understand where you're coming from.
I have a
But
podcast for you.
Okay.
okay.
Well, all of you, really. I'm trying to confirm. So there's one Money Mondays. This one my instant reaction the other day when it just like came across my feed, I hope it's this one. It was talking about starting a small business when you're scared. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to that. And the interview was the host interviewing this billionaire 20-year-old. And I was like, this is not the vibe. I was like, when you're scared, what is this guy scared of? I was instantly like triggered by this. But he was talking about strategy and he was talking about angel investing and he was talking about entrepreneurship. And I was like, I need to take a step back. Why am I getting so triggered about this guy being scared to start a business? He's a billionaire. I'm like, if I want to be a millionaire or multimillionaire, like I need to start in like listening to conversations like this and get used to hearing them. If they're triggering me, then I need to get used to being comfortable in this room. So that was a really good one. And I hope it was Money Mondays. I feel like I'm misleading you or misguiding you. Another one is Money Guys. They do like a live show where they just talk about retirement planning and tax strategy and long-term savings plans. And it just kind of like, again, lowers the divide and like makes things more attainable to the everyday. And they really do talk to the everyday person. They answer questions like from all ranges, all ages, all stages. It's a really good one. The other ones I've been listening to are Harvard Business Review has like 4 or 5 different podcasts, and they all have like really high level conversation with like highly educated people, and just the language alone elevates you. Just listening in on those conversations, you're like, okay, like that's why I applied. I was listening to Harvard Business Review and I was like, I could join a board of directors. And so I applied for a position. It's a volunteer position, but it just like, I was like, okay, like this is just expansive and seemingly beyond my reach, but it's, just getting used to, I don't know what like the languages I'm trying to convey here is, but like lowering the threshold of like, that's way beyond me situation.
Perfect.
Yeah, I would say like unobstructing that limiter. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a ceiling there, you're just removing the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's breaking through that whole what's the syndrome called? Imposter syndrome, where you don't feel like you have something to offer when you really do. And it's realizing that as an individual, you are better at something than anyone else on the planet, and that you have something to offer, and you always do.
Great, Gary. That comes with what Simon said when she said about being shy as well. I feel like that's also it is amazing. You have I'll say everybody has something when it comes to. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we got like 14 seconds here. I see.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's about to be the top of the hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wow.
tell you something, Simon. I'll let you know.
14 seconds, schmackens.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep
we usually
going.
run a little bit over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
No,
like, hold on.
yeah. I mean, if you gotta go, you are free to go. You are not.
No.
You
Okay.
don't
I
have to
was like,
stay.
wait, hold on. I know I'm seeing the time.
No, no. When the conversation is flowing, we just let it go like a river around here.
I'll say when it comes to it, yeah, everybody has their own battles
And their own purpose.
and their own purpose. Yeah.
If as long as you're still living, you still have purpose to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what's crazy, guys? Like Gary and I literally were talking about this same exact thing earlier today. How like everybody has these challenges in life, right? Everybody has their own trials.
Every single.
But it's not like we could say, "Oh, your challenge isn't really that crazy," like it, you know, compared to mine, because everybody is operating and trying to get through that obstacle, get through that challenge, even if it looks different,
Yeah.
right? The situation is still the same, right? The circumstances are still the same. There's an obstacle to overcome, right? That's the basis of it. Um, and so when we think about it like that, it's like, how can we even judge anyone else, you know, when they're on their journey, and for the decisions that they make, right? When it could be all for their betterment, right? At the end of the day. And it was all supposed to unfold that way so that they could become who they
Yeah.
were meant to be.
Well, and
I
if
also
you
feel like if you're holding back on sharing about an experience that you had, you may be holding your audience back by not sharing it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so
Well, and
thank you, Gary, for sharing that. It really like that's gonna stay with me. It really is.
Yeah.
well, it's you know, we sometimes it's easy for human beings, self included, to look at someone who looks like they have it made. To use Abby's example, the 21-year-old billionaire executive. But I bet that 21-year-old billionaire executive has had hurdles that I'm not equipped to handle, that would not help me grow. And likewise, I bet that 21-year-old executive has not gone through some of the things that I've gone through and couldn't handle it. So his trials and my trials are equal if you have kind of a spiritual bent, in that God or the universe or whatever kind of puts in front of you what you need. And I don't think that you can really tier them or truly compare them, because everyone's trials and tribulations help guide them as they need.
They're all that earthly flesh, like we're all just human beings, maybe slightly different circumstances, but I mean, at the end of the day, we will all die. I hate to be morbid, but like we all have ultimately the same problems at the end of the day, like being alive and then not being alive. My dog is telling me it's time for me to give her attention.
oh,
Oh, Ripley.
Yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful then. It was nice
Thank
meeting
you.
everyone.
nice
I'm gonna
meeting.
follow you guys too. LinkedIn.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys put y'all LinkedIn in there.
I
Yes.
follow most of you all. The people that put their LinkedIn, my LinkedIn needs updating, but I did follow you all on
Awesome.
LinkedIn. Or the
I'm
people who
on
joined
LinkedIn and I'll follow you all back. I'm
I
dropping
could.
my Instagram in the chat.
Oh yes, please. Also, to piggyback on the topic about podcasts, I am someone that I love to listen to something whenever I have an activity to do. So, when I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Jubilee on YouTube. It's really, really good. Basically, what they also do is that they bring people to talk, or they bring like debates, because I'm someone that I love to hear like different points of views just to challenge my thinking. I don't like to be stagnant. Like no matter what I believe in, I also want to hear the opposite side of the view, opposite person's opinion and stuff. So Jubilee on YouTube is really good. And then I believe I've also been listening to the Personal Finance podcast on Apple Podcasts. I believe the guy's name is Andrew. It would be like a green and gray thing. Let me see his name. Let me make sure I give you guys his name. It is pretty good. I remember today he was talking about 5 side hustles, and he was the side hustles were good, but it's for people who have like
Yeah,
who are like,
I've listened to this one before. This is really good.
yeah. Listen to him. I listen to him on my drive. Like now I try to implement like something positive whenever I'm driving. Even the news once in a while if I'm in a okay mood. If I'm in a good mood, I don't listen to the news. If I'm in a bad mood, I don't listen to it. I need to be okay, literally just okay to listen to it. Because anything can make me mad. Not anything. I mean like news wise. So pretty good. Those are my recommendation.
One podcast and that I can definitely recommend is I've been listening to it like almost every 2 days in the last month or so. Some of you might know it's pretty famous. It's called Day of a CEO. I think there's something
Yes.
for everybody. I love it. There's like they're like really skilled and very experienced, seasoned scientists, CEOs, like anybody from any industry, and you can just listen to a deep dive. It's like a 1.5 hour podcast. Like recently, I listened to a scientist or a woman speaking about like dopamine and what dopamine does in your brain, and it's been like super. I'm trying to implement certain things that I learn about because I think that that's one of the best podcasts that I've listened to. I'm not a podcast person. Yes.
Is this it? Yep.
Yeah.
Love is a pro. Oh, she's like, I gotta go out, mommy.
She's been very needy lately, but I've been very busy, so I don't blame her.
It's all right. My dogs would have been like that a few hours ago if I didn't take them out. So I completely understand.
She went out an hour ago, but just before the
Oh,
call.
okay.
So she just
Well,
wants her mama, undivided.
no, that makes sense.
Her breed is very very needy. She's a Cane Corso, and she likes to be the only. The trainer that delivered her to me was like, she's going to be your narcissistic girlfriend. And I was like, oh, I'm used to dealing with that. He was like, I'm not making a joke. I was like, okay. He's like, you will not be allowed to have friends. No one will be like, I mean, look at her, right? She flips my arm out.
Oh, man, how big is she? She's like 100, 140
40.
pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, big dog.
Ripley, okay. All right, Penny, do you want to share something with us before we sign off for tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. So this one is kind of just off the top. This is something I've been saying since high school, which is work with what you got. And if you don't got it, keep working for it.
Fake it till you make it.
That's right.
Yes.
It's in with the theme.
All right, guys.
That's my little piece for the night.
I'll send a recap email out tomorrow. You can respond directly to that if you want to, get in touch with me and book a coffee chat with me that way. I can't even focus. It won't even put her in the frame. This thing is weird. I'll send an email recap out. Check out the retreat too on my Eventbrite page. And I just realized last week that you can't sign up for all of my Thursday night networking events out in the future. So I just made that an option so that you can put them on your calendar if you want to come back and make a routine out of it. I would love that. All right, before I end the call, take just a minute to get connected if you haven't already done so.
Yeah, anybody's information that's in the chat, feel free to copy, paste, reach out, or schedule a coffee chat.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to end the recording real quick. Maybe. Does anybody